over
Why
the
would you
same
bring
shit.
that up, though?
Because there was something. Why did he bring up baseball?
Because he's a fucking...
The soundtrack was sick,
He's
though.
interested.
Just let it go.
You know what? I'm gonna bring up the drunken news. So Brian, please, if you will, let's get to it so we can end this discussion. Thank you.
All right.
I guess we don't have. Ooh, we're gonna change it up this week. We'll pass it around. I guess Brian, you're gonna.
Yeah,
skip
I'm just
and
gonna
start the news. You
yeah,
just
I'll
go
start
ahead.
He's got It's a long ride home.
It's a very long ride home. All right. First piece of news that we have this week is all about Xbox, Phil Spencer, and Project Scorpio. So, in an interview with N4G, Stephen Wright sat down with Phil Spencer last month in Sydney, where they talked about Xbox One, PC gaming, and the Xbox Scorpio. They start off the conversation with basically talking about VR, and Spencer is quoted as saying, "I don't know, just to be honest, I love the technology behind VR. I have an HTC Vive, I have an Oculus Rift, I've used the PlayStation VR device a lot in demos and stuff. I don't think that the creators in the game space have yet found, well, they haven't obviously perfected the craft of building VR games. It's so early that in a couple of years before we'll see that hit mainstream. I've seen great video use of VR, like taking you to places that you can never time travel, just to the bottom of the Grand Canyon or to simulate the surface of Mars, and some really cool experiences that users can see." I agree with him on
I
this.
agree with him a lot.
I think that I think that VR, as of right now, when they're still trying to figure out what's going on, this is the best application for VR, is to take you to places where you can't necessarily go.
Like I said, I want to go to Mars. This would take me to Mars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple years from now, you can,
Really go to Mars.
Just
Actually-
stand on Uranus.
I fucking love this kid.
This guy.
Let's go. Fucking Vamonos,
I have
baby.
nothing to come back from
Stop. You can't. That's the fucking topper. Next. Let's go.
All right, let's move on from
Wow.
that. He also thinks that VR will find its spot in gaming. We designed the Scorpio as a VR capable console. Whether we make this happen this year, next year, or the year after, I think that the creative community will get its arms around what these new tools and this new feeling, this new immersion will be. What experiences do you put in people's hands to have long-term engagements? Most of these things that I've played now just feel like demos or experiments. I actually think that it's absolutely the right thing to have happen. That's not a criticism at all. It should be happening, but I think it'll take time. And again, I feel
like I've said this before.
Everything he says, I agree with.
I almost sent this in before realizing Gary already sent it in, saying, like, that's the best approach. Like, it's not ready. It's not ready for a thing to sell in the same way, like, 3D TVs or what, all
Everything has that stage of wow, and then
Yeah.
it's like when people are really like, okay, we figured it out.
It's a gimmick right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And it's still a gimmick. It'll probably be a gimmick for the next 5 to 10 years.
I don't know if it's that long. I think it's a couple of years.
It's gonna wait
I
until the
someone's gotta
developers
do it.
take the turn in investing in it when they're really like, you know what, let's make
there's
a
also
fucking
an
game
issue.
for this.
No, but there's also an issue of like horsepower. I think he's being a little facetious when he says like the Scorpio can do it now. It takes a lot of fucking power to
We don't
do.
even know
Or
what the
even what
Scorpio
about
can
when
do.
it starts to become
No, we do.
cheaper
To
and
an
more
extent.
readily available and more people have it, maybe the application becomes more,
I also think that what he's saying here, and like to piggyback off of Justin, is that when they do have all of these VR units in homes to take you to places that you've never been, I want to go visit Paris. Oh, let me throw on my headset or whatever. I think that they're waiting to roll out games for this once all of those things are established and they are in more homes.
Sure. It's also a matter of
think
hitting
that it
price.
takes a couple years.
It's also a matter of hitting price.
Yeah, true.
Like
Everything that's cheaper as the
maybe
years go
it's
on.
not specs, but I say 5 to 10 because like you have to hit a certain price point where, where it is a high standard, but you're not paying like $600. Like you can't have like a $600 add-on like headset to a $400 console. Like it has to be like you have to pay $400 and it's bundled and you're getting like you can go to Mars and it's fucking crazy, Like the quality of the headset is the problem. You know,
they
because
just
some
need
of
to
them
get
are.
into more homes right now. I mean, you can see from the games that they've even released with like the PlayStation VR at this moment, it's all like one mission stuff.
Yeah,
Like it's
a
like
lot
one
of-
mission.
It's a lot of like hour experiences,
Yeah.
or an hour or two, and then that's it.
Because they don't even know how to make shit for this application.
Well, that's.
Well,
I mean,
again,
it's
like
they're
you
going to be
said.
that
Yes,
perfect
yeah.
time where all the technology advances enough where
The
everything
planets
just
align.
comes.
Yeah.
and it happens.
There you go.
I mean, I think he's spot on with everything right now. I mean, Phil Spencer's been killing it lately.
I think
and-
that he listened to our podcast because I feel like I've said this before about the VR. That I mean, it's just going to take a while before people are going to start making good stuff for it.
and they're just sitting down playing VR.
Yep.
And they're also
down.
sitting down. Their controllers. It's a shame.
Did you see there's been a lot of videos recently of just like one guy was on a roller coaster and he just fell flat on his face playing it.
Yo,
Like, there's been a
I
bunch
mean,
of
there-
videos recently.
There have been a
about
bunch of
it.
videos since like PlayStation VR
Yeah.
like launched and everything, and some of the stuff that's on PlayStation VR is really interesting to me. But at the same time, I would not invest the money
Right.
into that because there's nothing that's really gonna grab me and pull me there, and I think it's gonna be a couple of years.
Yeah, there's no killer app for it. Bottom
No.
line, there's no killer app for it. Just to wrap up, I thought that this was a pretty good quote that he had. He said, "Whether people are going to put something on their head, I think, is a legitimate question. They're definitely not going to want to walk around in a shielded environment with a cord at scale. But at this point, that's absolutely where VR has to be today. So I think that he makes a really good point of ideally people don't want to put on this helmet and be transferred somewhere else. I think that they want 3D projections similar to, I know it's a movie, but Iron Man, where things are projected in
front of you.
in real life in front of you, and that's what they kind of want.
Or Black Mirror.
Sure, I haven't
seen that
seen that,
episode?
but
Crazy.
I've been watching some of that.
Oh yeah.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah.
But he says we need, in the
me know,
long
dude.
run, we need untethered solutions. And I agree. I mean, in the long run, yeah. But what he's saying is, yeah, VR is here. It's going to take a while to master, but right
And
now
deal with
it's growing pains. That's really what it is.
It'll be interesting to see if it sticks in the same way it did kind of in the 3D in a way in the 90s, but like in the early 90s to the mid, there were headsets for like 3D where you could kind of do the same thing. Obviously, it was more.
Well, I think VR will stick.
It's gonna.
just ba-
It's always stick. It's
yeah,
just.
but I think just based off the fact that like it
cycles.
can transport you to places
Right.
that you physically can't go to, and I think that's really
Or
really
places that don't
interesting.
even exist.
Like, think
Yeah.
about this though. Like, think about, for example, if you want to go to a concert somewhere in London, they throw a 3D or a 360 camera on there. You spend $10 to get the live view
Or the pay-per-view of the
and then-
fight,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
You just throw that on, and then you're right there.
Well, I
You're
know they're
literally
talking
right
about
there.
contracts with like with the NBA that you get front row seats, and like even the NFL,
Mm-hmm.
they're talking about making these cameras that are 360 view.
Yep, you
that
just-
you can buy like NFL ticket, and part of that is that if you have a VR, you can strap it on your head, and then you're sitting front row at the Patriots game. You don't have to shell out
Yeah.
$200
they-
to sit in the cold. You're right there.
I think they
you know,
already
in
have a
your living
nice
room.
like package to piggyback off of because I feel like some networks already do like the NFL sideline or something where at least they show you the camera on the sideline, so
Yeah.
they could probably jump into that. Not
Oh,
too-
absolutely.
Not,
It's coming.
not-
it's just
yeah,
not there yet.
like my last sentence.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was good. That was nice. But moving on, unless anyone has anything else to say about VR.
I got a ton to say.
Move on.
I saw these really funny pads that go around your eyes to protect your face from the VR, and obviously they make sense. But to see the pictures of them like on the store to buy them is really funny. You should probably give it a Google.
I certainly won't. Anyways, so
Dick.
Fruce Roda, one of the biggest Skyrim mods, won't be coming to PS4. So, as reported by Destructoid, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition has a big old caveat on the PS4. Mods using outside assets are not supported.
So, Justin, have you seen this mod?
I
Did you
do
send
not
this
think
in?
so.
You-
I did not.
No?
Nope.
You didn't? So this mod supposedly is brand new story missions, brand new dungeons, brand new NPCs, everything.
It's called Falscar.
Yeah. And it's supposedly huge, and it's like 30 hours of gameplay of brand new quests.
So
and
it's a
everything.
gigantic user-created adventure with a new zone, characters, dungeons, and questline all in, and it's roughly 20 hours, and it's only about 600 megs of space, which is pretty damn good.
Well, I'm gonna have to give it a download.
Do you want me to write that down for you?
No, I think it's in the show notes.
You don't look at those.
No.
I mean, I
Attach the
can
two,
though.
so-
If he did,
Yeah.
he might have been able to play this before, but
Yeah.
But
I digress.
I
Yeah,
know where it is
sure.
when I need it.
Should have
Do me a
sent them that
solid.
text.
Yeah.
Your homework for this week is to play this.
Homework. I might do it just.
First
not
of
do
all-
it, just
Yeah.
get back at you.
Yeah,
for
look at
giving
the
me homework.
cloud. Sorry.
Just download this. Let us know how it is, and let us know, us PS4 users, how bad we're fucking up by owning a PS4.
Never gonna happen.
well, you wouldn't.
Right, but you also.
I
have an
understand.
Xbox,
You
so
know
you're
what I'm
not that
saying.
guy.
Just play it and report back on us. That's
All
your
right.
that's your homework.
I will do that.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. It'll be fun.
Sony's kind of fucking up with mods.
Yeah,
They're fucking up big time.
I
Just-
agree.
Just do it.
It's
Swallow
really
your
fun.
pride.
I mean, if they're going to sell a bunch of copies for their console, and people are going to start playing their console again, and who knows, maybe they'll start downloading shit off the marketplace, and oh my god, you have money, you idiot.
Anyways,
They should've
speaking
done
of
more.
idiots, the final Wii U rollout off of Nintendo's production line happened this week. So
If you bought one of those, you're an idiot, apparently.
guilty. As of September 30th,
I'm happy
Nintendo
it's
has
now
shipped out
limited edition.
13.36 million Wii U consoles. For the 12 months ending March 31st, 2017, Nintendo forecasted that it would ship just 800,000 units, which of
You're
500
really struggling
Which
with
of
this.
are?
yeah, I'm sorry. 560,000 of those have already been shifted as of September 30th, suggesting that 240,000 will have been in production since then, and as of Friday, to round out the console for good.
That was a mouthful.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot. Well,
mouthful to
also, I'm reading this.
Like,
this is
verbatim.
from Eurogamer, so they're doing the dates backwards. So I'm reading it like 30, and there's numbers, and I'm trying to
Like,
flip
it's a
it
good
back.
excuse to give.
Yeah.
for your,
Not a
It's
numbers
not an
guy.
excuse. It's
First
not an
off,
excuse.
I'm
your
Ryan. I
reading
support you.
uh,
Numbers guys.
issues.
Fuck you, Steve.
Yeah, not a numbers
Submit
guy.
it. You
Yeah.
can't read.
Got your back.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's not his fault. He can't read.
Brian,
you
is it your
screwed
night?
Steve.
Anyone disappointed? Is this what they need to do? I mean,
I think at this point, what they
There was an update to that story.
There is an update where Nintendo has officially said we're not stopping production. We have games coming out for this console, notably Breath of the Wild. But what they really mean is we have no games coming out except for Breath of the Wild, and that's also coming out for the Switch.
yeah.
And you're not going to buy it for the Wii U.
You might. Some might.
To dual
No, you're
for the-
not.
You never
Yeah,
know.
you should,
some
because that's
parents-
going to be the collection.
Well, some
I'll
parents,
buy it.
Yeah.
Keep it locked in the closet there.
Some parents might.
It's like the GameCube version.
Exactly.
I mean, it's Christmas
Although, which is
season. Who
arguably
fuck
the
knows
better
what'll
of
happen?
the two.
The GameCube controller.
sure. But anyways, yeah, that's
What did it say? 13? It was like 13 million.
6.
13.36 million.
Did that one give the list of how well the other consoles did for Nintendo?
Yeah, GameCube sold 21, N64 32, and Wii 101. So it's been a steady decline, except for the Wii, which is the outlier because it was crazy, kind of like the DS was. But
101.
we've talked about that a million times.
Did we?
Wonderful.
Yeah, we have.
I
Million
don't
and
want to
one.
hear that.
So, Justin, I thought that this was interesting. So, Animal Crossing New Leaf update is out now.
Yes, I saw that.
So, bringing new friends and, of course, weed relief. That's the
Yeah.
title of this.
That
Justin has a
made
lot of
me
weeds.
chuckle quite a bit.
Yeah, Nintendo World Report reports that the Animal Crossing New Leaf update for Amiibo support is now live. So, tapping an Amiibo card or certain Amiibos, specifically Splatoon or the Legend of Zelda series, will add the character to Harvey's Campground, where they can give you items and make requests
It's similar
in-game.
to how they have the island. So it's like a different place. There's different guys there. There's like a couple mini games. You earn whatever the new name for whatever type of coin they have there, and you can use those things to buy the items that are exclusive to this section. Similar, very, very similar to the island.
Apparently, tapping Amiibos will also add new games such as Animal Crossing Puzzle League, Desert Island Escape from Amiibo Festival to the game as well. Happy Home Designer Data will also be able to be read to get new items and home design mode, which has been added to New Leaf. So
they got Amiibo access, and then the
Happy Home Designer,
the Amiibo cards or whatever.
also new mini games. I would highly recommend checking out Puzzle League. I think you actually might like that.
No, I will at some point definitely.
Homework number 2.
Yeah, definitely get it because I'm obviously a big fan. I would like to check out what the mini games and stuff are. But one thing I saw that was very interesting is, unfortunately for some people, there's a glitch where apparently you can now, at the starting of your game, Tom Nook can appraise your town and give you a number, and you can start over, and he just gives you all that cash to start. So you can sell your town to Tom Nook in the very beginning for whatever his appraisal is. And then I've heard that it's glitching out where he never shows up, and people are trying to back out of it, and then they end up where they sell their town for nothing, and they have to restart. They lose their town, and they get none of the appraisal money. So I was kind of probably going to wait a while, just because I really, really don't want to be whatever small percentage. Because if you've ever played Animal Crossing, you know that if even the smallest fucking percentage counts, and I'm good for right now. So
Fair enough.
we'll see how long it takes for them to fix that.
Cool story, bro.
It's the truth, though. Anybody who's going to play it,
Yeah, you're not gonna
be
pay Tom
fucking
Nook
wary,
twice.
dude. Yeah, paying Tom Nook twice is some fucking absolute garbage. I had like fucking 20 million bells
He
or
already
something
rakes you
ridiculous.
over the coals the
Yeah,
first time.
to get there, like, no fucking way am I risking this. No fucking way, dude. So we'll see.
Twice in one game?
Yeah, no way. No way. We'll see what happens.
Nice,
I don't care how
nice.
many amiibos you give me in return. This is- no way.
So, over the past week, Journey developer That Game Company teases a new game called, and they haven't named it. It's just a game about giving. So the creators of Journey and
Is it
Flower.
VR?
I don't know. Maybe it could be. We have no details about it whatsoever. So That Game Company is famous for Journey and Flower, and they've tweeted out 3 different images. And I don't know, has anyone here seen the images?
I've seen one.
Okay, so the first one is
Candles?
candles. So it looks like one candle is lighting another candle. The second one is a Stonehenge-looking thing where it's just grass and then a rock formation, similar to Stonehenge.
England.
In England, yeah. And then there's also a Peter Pan-esque kids flying, holding hands. So very similar to like when they fly out the window and go off to Neverland. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from it.
Sounds like there's a lot of giving.
Yeah, you know what?
First picture, giving you light, bro.
What's the
Let me
second picture doing? Yeah.
Light your candle. And then to make you a little house with these
Yeah,
rocks.
and when you
then
give-
fly away with me.
Yeah, when you give, you receive also. So maybe that's where
Yep.
you know that
Maybe they
that
gave
part
you
of it
the-
is
the house
yeah,
with the
you
rocks.
give and you receive, and that's when
I gave you the light.
yeah,
There's your candle. Light it up.
and then
Nice.
and then I give you the way.
You give me,
and I
you
lead
can
you.
show
and
me
I
the
lead you.
way
Yeah, and you
to
follow
the
me.
rocks.
Yeah,
Like
And
a
then we
song.
build a house, therefore giving ourselves shelter, and then we find each other
yeah.
and we fly.
All right. Yeah, I
And
agree
then
with
someone
everything he
gives
just said.
something
So
else.
But
yeah,
we should drastically move on very quickly.
the game is supposed to come out at some point in 2017. So look for that.
Yeah, perfect.
Next piece of news: Dragon Quest VIII launching January 20th in North America. Nintendo World Report reports that the 3DS remake of Dragon Quest VIII: Journey
You know this
of the
game.
Cursed King will launch in North America on January 20th, 2017. This is a remake of the 2005
Let's ask our expert.
Governor?
Are you gonna get it?
Gavna.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
he
Yeah.
would. Yeah, I figured you're gonna crush it out.
So the not the PS2. The 3DS version adds 2 new character quests, a speed up function for battles, and Street Pass capability photo mode. Also, full character voice acting will be included.
Full character
Anthony-
voice acting.
Anthony, tell me how excited you are about this.
Yeah.
Because you were what? Fuck you. You were
Yeah,
a
I'm
huge
excited.
fan of
Yeah.
Dragon Quest VIII.
8 was fucking pretty
Hold
good.
on.
The best Dragon Quest.
Full voice acting.
No,
Maybe
I'm
that'll-
gonna make you play 3. I'm gonna make you play 3.
That's a game changer. I don't have to read that fucking ridiculous text.
You don't read anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying the RPG, you can actually fucking pay attention. You know?
No,
Hey.
please.
I paid attention to Skyrim plenty. Believe me, there's plenty of reading, and
You
also
better
in
pay attention to
Fallout.
this podcast. How the fuck are you going through
Yeah,
this game?
it's called interest. Okay.
Wow.
So
Okay, then moving on.
Moving on, another piece of Nintendo news: the Nintendo Switch launch date, price, and bundles may have been leaked. So, for those of you that don't know, Laura Kate Dale, her Twitter is based. She knows
know her.
somebody at Nintendo who's
heard of her.
clearly leaking these things to her, and you might.
Splatoon girl?
Her
No.
brother's
Ooh.
sister's mother's
dog.
She's the one. So she's the one that
Sources!
was tweeting out
Saw
the
it.
morning before the Switch came out, and the day before the Switch trailer came out, that was
Sources.
saying like, hey, this is what's going to happen tomorrow. This stuff is
How is
happening.
Nintendo not somehow? I guess
You
who
can't-
the
gonna
fuck
die
knows?
soon.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
she is speculating, or sources have told her that the Nintendo Switch could be region free, and that there could be multiple Nintendo Switch bundles. A separate source claims that the company has plans to release a Rhythm Heaven game with Nintendo characters. Further, the Switch bundles will start at $260 for a classic bundle, $300 for a Mario bundle, and $340 for a Zelda bundle that includes a Pro controller. So I think that the pricing is right there. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Is that
price
if you're
is right.
hitting
The base.
if you're hitting 260 to 240 or 250 to 350 and you have these bundles, that's a great price range to start for a Switch. I think that that's a solid place to be.
I mean,
250 is a great price.
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo's price has always been one of their very strong points. I mean, it's
Except
compared
with the
to
Wii U.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, I guess the Wii U is a
I
little
think the
pricey.
Wii U
Was
was,
a little
one of
overpriced.
Nintendo's that was probably overpriced
But
for what it was.
But it did sell the most.
But that's definitely
13 million strong.
but
that's definitely
I feel
one
like
of their
that's a
stronger
solid
suits,
price.
Yeah.
I think that the 300 Mario bundle will probably be the one that a lot of people that you'll see on Christmas that
Just-
year
yeah.
people will be getting. I also think that the launch bundle or the Zelda bundle, the 340 that comes with the Pro controller for 340, I think that that's a solid price because you're going to get, I feel like at launch you'll probably get those three, but then most people are going to want Breath of the Wild.
Right.
I also think
Breath
that
of the Wild is going to be so
I also
good.
think that it's important to note that if these are supposed to be launch bundles, Mario is going to be a launch title.
Yeah.
I think that that's the biggest takeaway from this is that
Well,
the new 3D Mario game is
Or that's what makes this
supposedly
the most dubious.
a
of
launch
the-
title.
What's
of it.
fake news?
Or it's not true.
Yeah, and
Because
again,
Mario's launch, and I don't know. It'd be tough.
Won't be
Gary's
full
giving
again.
me the look of, bro, this is a fucking rumor, and I'm
Right.
like, yeah,
But it's an
I agree.
interesting one.
Yeah.
I
She's
agree.
been right a lot.
I just think, well, again, and this is a very credible source because she has been right so far.
Yeah, I mean, I would
a lot
hope
of
that they
things.
had a Mario game coming out too.
I mean,
I mean, I figured it was probably down the pipeline.
I mean,
are we
these-
surprised? Are
there's
we
one
surprised? Or are we just like
coming.
excited? Can
No,
we say?
it's-
Are we just excited now? Or
What,
just
no,
like
no, no.
surprised?
What I'm saying is that the price point is a surprise. I think
Okay.
that if she's right,
What were you expecting?
for the price point?
Yes.
400.
So that's why you're
Shit,
surprised.
No.
I was expecting
Okay.
290, like 299 as a
And the
base.
Mario game, are you excited or are you surprised?
More excited that Mario. Well, I would be more
3D
excited
Mario.
if Mario is a launch title.
Yeah.
I would be
Steve,
surprised
excited or
as well.
surprised? Do you think this credible source is so credible that you're excited, or do you think that you're just surprised at the whole situation?
I feel like those are not.
Same
I
word.
mean, like
It's just not credible for you.
Splitting hairs on this.
both. I mean, I don't know. Am I excited? Am
I mean, has
I?
Nintendo ever released a new system without a Mario
That's
game?
that's why I'm just
Yeah.
like I'm not
Yeah.
surprised
Yeah.
at all.
Cast
The
two.
GameCube.
Really?
Yeah, the GameCube launched with a Luigi title.
So did
Luigi's
the,
Mansion.
So
the
did the
Wii.
But it was
actually
technically
sick,
was a
though.
Mario
Yeah,
game.
it was. It was.
Yeah.
Wii U
I
didn't.
mean,
The Wii U had Super
new Sup-
Mario. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyways, we're splitting
Yeah,
hairs.
we're
but
splitting. We're
I
splitting
was
them
just
apart.
asking the question.
No, I know.
That's it.
The tough
I'm
questions.
just asking questions over here.
I think I'm more right now. I'm more surprised with this information than excited. But I definitely thought it was going to be more money because of the portability of it. I thought that the screen. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing the screen's costs as well. But that's just me.
Yeah.
So that, and again,
You
I'm
go-
more.
You know, you're
more
prone
surprised.
to overanalyze.
Prone
you know.
to overanalyze.
Yeah,
I
you
like
are.
that. I like that. All right.
Some people
So
do.
Yeah.
the last piece of news that we have is from BlizzCon today, and they announced a ton of new shit for Overwatch. So most notably,
Steve, buckle up, baby.
Buckle up, babe.
Let's go, dude.
Let's get this going. Now I'm awake. Now I'm
Now-
ready
yeah,
to talk.
yeah. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. So
Vamonos, Brian.
What's
So
so exciting about this?
Yeah.
Seems silly. Let's move on.
anyways, so we got a new character. Sombra has been officially announced. She is, let me pull out my phone because she's got
Yeah.
a ton of stuff. But
Just before Brian gets into it too, like Sombra's been like people have known about Sombra, and there's been this like ARG.
Super hype.
There's been like this website that people keep going to, and people on Reddit have been looking for it and like trying to figure it out. Then there's all these countdowns
on the code.
in trying to figure out this codes, and Blizzard has been hiding all this
all the stuff.
information
Yeah,
for
I've seen.
probably 4 months now, potentially with her.
They're pretty awesome about
when
it.
Anna came out, people thought it was going to be Sombra. That's how long people have been talking about Sombra, and we finally got a chance to see Sombra today, and that was exciting. So, Brian,
Thank you for that backstory. So, no, that was super good. Sombra is an offensive role, so she falls into the offensive attack
Like
category.
DPS?
Yep.
Let's
Her
go,
difficulty,
dude.
however, is 3 stars.
Well, so what? You should be,
Yeah.
don't worry about it. We got our Slayer right
So,
here. He'll figure it
so
out.
her
Just figure it out, dude.
Her little write-up is stealth and deliberating attacks make Sombra a powerful infiltrator. Her hacking can disrupt her enemies, ensuring that they are easier to take out, while her EMP provides the upper hand against multiple foes at once. Sombra's ability to translocate and camouflage herself make her a hard target to pin down. I'm just going to run through all of her stuff, and we'll talk about ones as we go. I know that you're giddy to talk about it.
I feel you.
So her primary fire is a machine pistol. Sombra's fully automatic pistol fires in short-range thread, similar to Tracer, but she just has the one gun.
Yeah, it looks much more like modern and much more SMG. It's
it
stealth
looks
as
like
shit. It's fucking sweet. She looks like she stole it from like the Black Ops or something. It's sick.
I agree. Her hacking ability. Sombra hacks enemies to temporarily stop them from using their abilities, or hacks first aid kits to make them useless to her opponents. This is fucking
Sick.
huge.
Yeah.
So if you're able to, you can hack people's ultimate abilities.
Or even just their right bumpers. Like you could stop me from Genji dashing or anything like that. You could stop all their abilities to do anything. Is pretty crazy.
But think about this. This isn't her ultimate ability.
That's just
this
one
is
of
just
her,
one
you know,
of
for
her
a couple
abilities.
seconds or however.
If a Reinhardt gets amped up by an Ana, then you can stop him.
Potentially.
Yeah, you can stop him from using. Actually, no. I don't know if
I don't
that'll
know.
work.
Did you see that?
you're not going to be able to stop him from using the Ana boost, but you'd be able to mobilize him for a short period of time.
Potentially, he wouldn't
My-
be able to do his thing. Well,
Yeah.
you know, whatever that
You're
right bumper
also
is.
unable. So, like, if Roadhog is using his ultimate ability, you can stop that.
Yeah, you can stop ultimates mid-ultimate.
Yeah.
Pretty much with this. And there's multiple characters that can do the
Stuff
same
like that.
thing. Ana can sleep dart somebody. You also have, other ultimates that can counter other ultimates. So it fits very well into the mix of everything. My question with that is, that ability seems pretty powerful.
That needs to be one of those 12-second delays.
So, like, my question is, how long is the delay? Because
I
if
say
you're-
12.
It could be 12. It could be longer too, because of how powerful that could be.
Yep.
But it also matters
What's on
too.
a sleep dart right now?
On
Do
a
we know?
sleep dart is, I think,
10.
10. It's
I would
10.
say that it's roughly the same then.
Yeah, but the fact that you can rig health kits, you can hack turrets and all that stuff.
I think the health kits is a great thing, because if you're fighting against somebody and they're running away, if you get the upper hand on them and they're running towards a health pack, you can stop that health pack and then they run towards it anyways, because I don't know if it shows them that it's hacked.
So I just wanted to say that at one point during the podcast, Gary wrote in a question asking us to make our own character. And now that Sombra came out, I just want to say I feel really dumb, because all of this stuff is so great and it sounds like so obvious. Like,
and
of
this
course.
is why they're Blizzard, and this is
why I'm just like, my character, I couldn't even come up with one. And these guys just like, it almost seems obvious. Like, yeah, the only thing they don't have is blocking shit. Oh, wow. Like, even a health pack, when I saw that, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I racked my brain for 2 days and came up with nothing. And they were just like, we've been,
Well, I mean, it is
2 months
Let's
ago.
be fair, it is their job to do that.
Yeah.
Right, of course, but still, it's pretty crazy how they keep coming up with creative but not stupid. Like how some places just take it too far, go into outer space or something crazy. But some people can still have good ideas but make it work.
Yeah.
And they just keep impressing me every single time.
Her other ability is Sombra becomes invisible for a short period of time, which her speed is boosted considerably. Attacking using offensive abilities or taking damage disables her camouflage. It's
Playing
called,
defense is going to be fucking tough.
Yep.
Now you need to really pay attention.
because she
I'm
can,
sure you can see her if you're looking closely.
If you look at the video here, which we might be able to kind of loop
put
this
the
in
volume.
all right. Well, I mean, she does have this purple shimmer to her, which
That's-
isn't I don't know.
That's not what it looks like.
Yeah.
That's not going to be what it looks like when she's cloaked. I think that's showing you from her point of view what you look like.
Or your teammates will see when
when you're cloaked.
I hope that she's completely invisible and doesn't have that like shimmer to her, because I feel like that shimmer.
I think it'll be similar to like a Halo, where you can, if you're looking, you can see the blurb, but it's not like completely obvious. You have to be aware.
Especially think about how much shit is going on in Overwatch.
Also
right?
true.
So
yeah,
you got so much shit going on. You got people shooting at stuff, and you're calling out.
You're
and
not looking
doing all
until
this
you're
stuff.
seeing red.
And
so
then
it's
all
like,
of a sudden, like this little blurb goes by. You're not really gonna notice it because there's so many colors and so much
Tracer
going
already
on.
kind of does that to you in a way.
Yeah, so like her sneaking by, and this is just for her to sneak by defenses, get behind them, and to use these other abilities. And it's like you said, if somebody sees you and they shoot them, then you come out of it. If you start attacking somebody, you come out of it. So it's not like you can be.
Or
close.
how nice is it to creep up to like a heal character and just
then
be
just
ready to
take
take
them
them
out.
down,
Yep.
take down a Mercy,
Take
take
out their
down
supports.
Man, Mercy's
take
gonna
their
be- that's gonna be
supports
so
down,
great.
or
Yep.
throw that grenade behind them when you're trying to get like a really hard point that's like usually a really bad chokehold that a lot of teams can't get through. Get
What
behind
grenade,
there.
Brian?
Question mark?
What grenade?
Well, I can tell you that right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, 'cause
So
Brian
her,
hasn't mentioned it.
her ultimate ability is called EMP. So Sombra discharges a EMP
wasn't
in a
the one
wide
I was talking
radius
about.
that destroys enemy barriers and shields, and hacking all opponents caught in a blast.
That's not what I was talking about.
Then you're thinking of Tracer.
No, you're thinking that you skipped over something.
The translocator?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not a
what I was talking
grenade.
about. Well, I
It's-
thought it looked like one.
It's
That's
pretty
what
much.
I thought it was.
I mean, that's pretty much her
So
throwing.
she tosses out a beacon,
Yeah.
which then she can instantly return to.
Grenade.
Is that what you're talking
yeah,
about?
it looked like a grenade to me. That she
Yeah.
threw it and then it transported her to that when she wanted
You
to.
can
go there.
use it whenever you want. So you can throw this and place it wherever you want to be, and then
like
go
a
off.
Reaper.
Yeah, true. It's almost as if
But better.
you kind of throw down a Symmetra teleporter and then have the ability like Tracer to recall time.
That's going to be huge
Yeah.
to get through points that are usually really bad choked.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
the key thing to it as well is the fact that you can teleport to it before it even touches anything. So like literally what I
You wanna get
imagine
over a wall or
is
something?
not even that. Just somebody's shooting you from behind. You just take it, throw it up in the air, and then as soon as it's up top, you teleport to it,
Assassination,
and
baby.
then you
Just-
come down on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I could see things like that happening, and then obviously, like you said, you could place it in a good choke point and then teleport back to it when shit hits the wall. I just think like that ability. So if you can take that, there's a choke point, you throw it over them, you teleport, you cloak, and then you EMP.
Hanamura or
like
something.
that's like crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, Hanamura, for example, where it's like really hard to get in.
Yeah.
You throw it through a window or you throw it through his point.
or
you
that
get
Temple
there.
of Anubis.
Yeah, Temple of Anubis, and you just pop it, and then all your teammates can come in.
I think her abilities are very interesting to the meta in Overwatch
to get a new character into the
it's just like you
competitive.
think about like Ana. Like we saw Ana, and we're like, everybody was freaking out about like a healing sniper, and that she's healing, and then she's also the sleep dart. People were like all excited about, and then I don't think people really realized what her ultimate.
You even said in past podcasts that people are casting their opinions now, but nobody really knows what she is yet. And then now we're kind of
Now she's
finding
found
her
a good
place.
niche,
Yeah.
and they're actually going to nerf Ana, or at least her ultimate. But like I think this character is a very good counter to an Ana, like we were talking about.
Creep
that
up on her.
Well, not even that. Just like if she's using her ultimate on a Reaper, right, and she boosts a Reaper, Reaper goes to alt. This character, Sombra, comes in and EMPs them. That ultimate is denied. Both of those, she can deny multiple ultimates with
Yeah.
one. That's crazy.
So, like, for example, let's say if you're facing against a Genji and a Soldier 76 and a Zarya, and Zarya pops her ult and throws the vortex in there, and then you got Genji using his Samurai Blade. What is that called? Dragon Blade, right?
Dragon Blade.
And then you have Soldier 76 using his Iron Sights, and you decide to just throw that. You get caught in the middle and you just throw this, and they all get attacked because they're all probably pretty close, and all of their alt go away
It says
with
that
one
you can
alt.
take them all out in one. There's
Yeah,
not
it's a
gonna be any.
wide range. If you get it in the right spot and it hits them, it takes
When is
all
she
of them.
available? to play.
I do not.
She's probably going to hit PTR next week, so she'll probably. And Gary and I were talking about this because there's more news about BlizzCon,
Yeah.
but I'm guessing December 1st.
Yeah, I think
They'll
end
wait.
of this month, December, she'll be coming in. But like the other thing is just with her is what Brian was saying is like you're going to be able to counter all these things. But I think, is it an actual grenade you have to throw, or is it just an EMP where you have to release with your body? Because that makes a huge difference. Because I believe it's just she
like
EMPs,
explodes.
so you
Yeah.
actually have to
You
get
have to be
close
just
enough.
You have to be in
It's
the
why-
shit of it.
Look at this. Look at this right here.
So she
You have to be
But
in.
if you get in a Zarya
Yeah.
ult, you're close enough. Look at this
Yeah.
video. I'll try to throw it into the YouTube clip
Yeah.
as well. But right, she just blasts the ult right
Yeah,
there.
so it's similar to like a Reaper. You have to be in the shit of it if you're gonna pop it.
Yeah.
Or like jump
but
down.
you think about you teleport,
Even
you
Lucio.
cloak, and then you EMP.
Yeah.
Like that's
gonna
crazy
fuck
to me.
people up.
But like
Yep.
when I was, and the thing that scares me about her is the
She's gonna
fact
be nerfed probably.
that
Oh, well,
Anna,
I mean,
when I
there's
saw
definitely gonna
Anna,
be-
like, and we saw the videos of her and we saw some gameplay,
We were pretty
I was-
excited.
we were excited, but I was in the back of my mind going, this is going to be a really difficult character to master,
Mm-hmm.
and that, like, I don't really know where she's going to fit in.
Mm-hmm.
This character, I'm seeing her abilities and I'm going, she's overpowered.
She fits
Yeah,
in
she
this
seems
spot. She fits
overpowered
in that
already.
spot, yeah.
She's overpowered, like to me, like, and I'm just looking at it and going, how is that going to mix up? And
Here's the caveat though. What if she has like 150 health?
oh yeah,
what if
which
she's,
I'd
like-
imagine she would. I
What if
imagine
she's
gonna be
super
able to-
low? You know, like if
she's
she
gonna
gets
be
caught on
low
her
health.
own, she's dead.
Yeah.
She gets caught on her own,
But the
she's
thing
done.
is that really good players are, going to be able to one put shots on faces, and two, they're not going to be in a situation where they're alone. They're playing with their team.
No, but that's the
They're
problem
together.
though, is that she's supposed to be a stealth character,
Like to
similar
slide
to
by.
Tracer.
So we'll see. But no, I'm with Gary on
'Cause,
the
like,
fact that her abilities
Yeah.
sound just
Oh,
too good to be true.
I'm 100%. I saw this and I was like, wow, these are all really interesting things. All of this on paper sounds great. I'd love to actually see it in practice.
The other thing that makes me excited is the fact that all these abilities look awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That it makes me even more excited for the next character.
yeah, you're just,
Like,
waiting to see
knowing
when
that
it
there's
ends.
another character coming, and they've already done this with.
I'd
Ana,
like to think that
and
there's
they-
probably 4. I'd like to think that they've done 4 more or one character
Well,
of
we know
each class.
Doomfist is out there somewhere, and Doomfist is gonna be
where
there,
they're
and
transporting the
his
Doomfist.
fist.
Yeah.
It's
It's gotta be
in the animation
You think
movies.
he would be a tank, or
I
do
Yeah,
I
you
think
would
he's going to
hope.
be a tank.
You would
yeah,
hope.
I think he's going to be a
I think I
tank
hope he
because
is.
you look at I think it's Nimbani. The map Nimbani is where you're teleporting Doomfist's like actual like fist. In one of the rooms, there's 3 posters, and it shows like the destroyer, the savior, and then there's like a question mark. And the question mark, I believe, is going to be the new character. You don't know. So this Doomfist has been handed down from time to time, so you don't know who the actual character is. But I think Doomfist is going to be the next one that people are going to start freaking out
is
about.
it kind of like the Infinity Gauntlet?
It-
Yeah, like
That's what
they
it
don't
looks
want this
like.
guy to get
Yeah.
their hands on it.
Yeah, so I'm really excited what they've done with her. That it just shows that, like, I mean, Blizzard knows what the fuck they're
Also, you should really go on YouTube and watch the cinematic trailer for her. It's awesome. It's
Yep.
so incredible.
doing. And if you hadn't watched any of the animations,
Absolutely,
like,
just take an hour and watch them all, because there's 5 or 6 of them. They're
yeah,
all
'cause they
about
got the
10
Bastion,
minutes.
they got the Sombra, they got the Soldier, they got the
Tracer,
they got the
Winston.
there you go.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a ton of them. They're awesome. They look like Pixar movies. They're fucking incredible.
Yep.
But we also have other news from BlizzCon. Let me pull that up really quick, because one of the biggest things that they announced was, of course, I just clicked the wrong thing, is arcade mode. So arcade mode, excuse me, is going to, what it sounds like is it's going to be replacing quick play. So arcade mode will introduce 5 new game modes for Overwatch. So the arcade mode will work as such. So you'll have Mystery Duel, which is a 1v1 best of 5 duel where a hero is randomly selected for you and your opponent, the same hero for both. Overwatch new map, Echo Point Antarctica, is smaller than other maps, and it's May's home base, and it'll make it easier for heroes to face off one-on-one. So I'm interested to see if that map is just for like smaller.
I bet.
It sounds like what
I mean, that's how they do it with the King of the Hill maps, where it's just like exclusive to that like specific game type.
yeah,
You're
they
right.
make maps
For each,
particularly
yeah.
for those game types, which would be cool. I mean, the one thing that's interesting about the one-on-one thing and that I like, that it's not like you get a random character, I get a random
Because
character.
that's going to be unbalanced.
It's unbalanced. So they're just like, all right, we might have 2 mercies, and let's go
Let's
at
see
it.
what happens.
You know, and then it switches every single round. I like that type of battle. I know that a couple different times, like I hear people and I playing with randoms and stuff, and like I'll always joke when someone gets mad like 1v1 me, bro, because we're playing Overwatch and like you're really gonna do that, but
Now
you
you
can
can
actually
actually do it.
which
Yeah.
is hilarious.
Yeah.
So there's also elimination.
Bastion, fight me, bro.
It's a 3v3 best of 5 brawl where if your hero dies, they're dead. 1 hero limit. So make sure you have mercy. So you could do us 3 versus 3 other people, and you absolutely 100% Gears of War style. If you die, you die. You don't get
Or
respawn.
I would really be interested to see team comps in a 3v3.
Yeah.
On
Because how do you do that? Do you need a healer? Do you just go straight attack? Like what
do you have
happens
3
there?
attacks, or what happens if you go 3 attacks and they go 3 tanks? Like what happens so that the dynamic
And you don't get
of-
to you don't get to change a character, I'm assuming, or maybe you get to run out, have a Lucio run out and then run back with his fast ability, see who they have, and then change.
Yeah, or they just have 2 Lucios meet in the middle every time.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a really cool game mode that I would definitely be interested in.
Yeah. There's Mystery Heroes, which is a 6v6 brawl that takes place on normal quick play maps with the regular rules, but you're not allowed to pick which hero you have. So it's just mystery.
That could be fun.
Yeah. Well, they had that for a weekly brawl too, which is cool. I also like that they're kind of taking. I don't know if they're going to be. I think the weekly brawl will still be there, but I feel like these are some of the ones that they were like, "Hey, these are really."
They're
cool.
getting free content.
Yeah.
Like the weekly brawls. Once it gets like good ratings, then
Yeah.
they're just like, okay, then let's make this one work.
Yeah. No Limits is basically what quick play is
is.
right now, and then All Brawl, which is it's Super Mashima Bros. We're all soldiers now, and the other and old brawls that are available here as a playlist. So
So they have like the weekly brawls available to pick from.
yeah,
Awesome.
which is really cool.
Like Lucio Ball.
I don't know. They didn't mention Lucio Ball, but they mentioned like each of the or a few of the other ones.
down.
Yeah, Tia hates that fucking character. Yeah.
Racist.
Yeah. I don't know about that. But yeah, so there's 2 new maps. I can't think of the other one right now, and I don't have it up with me. But there's 2 new maps.
Oasis.
Oasis, thank you. Oasis, and that's a control point map.
And I think they said that
Don't
that's
look
going
back
to
in
be
anger.
hitting the PTR at some point
Next week. Next
no,
week.
Oasis is next month,
Oh, they said that the PTR, most of the stuff is hitting PTR next
but
week.
except for Oasis.
Oh, okay.
Oasis is coming later, so I'm guessing that's coming at some point next year. But it's a new map, fucking sweet.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everything that they came out with today is making Overwatch just like when am I going to stop playing Overwatch? I have
Can't.
no idea. You can't because it's not like we're paying for this shit. We're just
Getting it for free.
we're getting this for free. So if you look at
Knock it
the
off.
bare bones of what Overwatch was compared to what it is now, like what is it going to be like 6 months from now? Like it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I tried playing Battlefield for a little bit, and
It's really funny because I expect you to be playing Battlefield when I get home, and you always text me like clockwork, Overwatch. I'm like, yeah, I guess if you don't want to play that new game you just bought, sure.
no, I don't because I'm just want to play Overwatch.
Fair enough.
Overwatch is God.
There it is.
But leaving that, does anyone have anything else to really say about Overwatch?
No.
God,
I gotta say, I don't ever want to hear you complain about me talking about Nintendo with the way you
Who's
talk
complaining?
about fucking
Who's
Overwatch.
complaining?
Oh, please.
This guy? I let you have your spiel. This guy, you got.
You might be right.
Yeah,
I complain all I want. It's
he's
a free
the one.
country.
He's the one that you gotta.
It's a free
I
country.
listen to your bullshit. You can listen
it's
to my bullshit.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. And with that bullshit, we're gonna take a quick break and be right back with what we're doing on the site, our Twitter handles, and all that jazz.